Everyone, Sean here. I'm about to do a killer match and show you that side. I'm using Discordance, No Ed, Unrelenting, and Infectious Fright. I was actually hoping to show you them. Infectious Fright lets me know if there's someone around, basically. When I'm basically down the player. Discordance lets me know when two players are on a gen. Unrelenting basically... Christ, I forget what Unrelenting does at the moment. But that basically helps me. Oh god, I forgot what it is. Oh, it made one of my missed attacks. Basically, it means I recover quickly. Noed has a bad reputation in the game. I don't know why. It's a perk in the game. People are allowed to use it because it's in the game. So basically, but some players frown upon it. Basically, in the end game, once the generators are done, it allows me to one down players in one hit. But there's a totem on the map, and at any time people can clear the totems, but they don't necessarily know. They need to clear Noid. They need to clear a totem, basically that lights up when it's lit up. But there's dull totems that potentially become the totem that they can clear on the map. So there is a way to combat it. As you can see, I can see the generators here now. I'm not too good with this killer, I feel like. I play Legion in a different way. He has a frenzy, which means he can run around. So this is actually not a bad map for a killer. It's a small map. But I'm not that good. And it really depends on how good the survivors are as well. If the survivors work really well together, I'm quite frankly not good enough to know to overcome that, but I now know someone's on here. Yeah, they're still on it. And drop the pallet. No, you're not going to drop the pallet. You had sprint burst, didn't you? Aye. See, this is the problem here, basically. I'm actually quite nervous because I'm usually not that good at this. I'm quite easy to loop. And in this. Man, why is he so fast? See, because basically now he's looping me around and keeping me busy here, so quite frankly he's a pretty good looper. See, yeah. And he got me good with the pallet, which I kind of figured he would, so basically I need to break off him, because he is basically too good. And now they've got a gen done, and see, he looped me around and looped me good. And now there's two gens done, so I've lost badly, and that's kind of the problem. Oh, hello. Snuck on you. That was poor me. I should have broke off from that chase a lot sooner than I did. Here, and now I know that he's pretty good. I need to move better around as well. This is my first killer game of the day, so I'm blaming it on that. Let's see, what the bloody hell's a... Oh, there's one right there, okay. At least I've got one hook. I play by hooks, by the way. There's a thing about camping. Some players would actually... I got a feeling she's going to be a good looper. Yeah. I managed to get her there. She's going to drop the pallet. Aye. At least I got rid of the pallet for, but they're going to win this match because they've got pretty good loopers here, and we are here, and they're rushing gens as well. Really don't want to chase him again, to be honest. No, I'm not chasing him again. I need to do better in the gen defense here. This is actually a really good team. They're actually working well. They're looping around and stuff like that. I need to focus on gens and get back to that because I'm really quite far behind at the moment. That's essentially what I need to do here. Damage day 2. We've got that gen up there. Need to get back to that, and I can't gauge too much in the gens. They seem to be working on the 2 gens. Alright, they're on that gen at the back there now. I should use Frenzy to go over there, but I'm actually not very good at using Frenzy. Problem is, against really good loopers. I'm actually, okay, she's over here somewhere. Christ, where did she go? Did she go this way? Guessing she did, yep, she's over there. I gotcha. Is that them trying to distract me there? Because that is exploding a lot. I think they're deliberately doing that. I think they know I have discordance and they're deliberately trying to distract me. They're basically rushing gens together, which to be honest in this map is exactly what you should do. Oh, she got away nice. Nah, she's too good and too fast basically. 32, 28, 48, 52. I don't know, there's something about that. I feel like they're quite fast. I don't know if it's because they've got a sprint burst or what here. She's basically deliberately trying to get my attention. She knows I'm not very good at looping. Basically, I'm pretty easy to loop, so she's definitely getting my attention here, and she's going to drop that. Yep, thought so. And now switch back here, and alright, she didn't come back across like I was hoping. Yeah, he's back to that gen now as well. Piss off, dude. I need to watch for that. Where's the other two for? They two are trying to go. See, she's deliberately trying to get my attention here. Alright, that's what she's deliberately trying to get my attention to loop me. Because I'm not too good. They're basically... They're too good at looping, really. Sadly. And I keep going back and forth between there. I might have to give that gen up. Actually up there. Damn, I should have stayed on that gen. She got me there because I went. Fucking hell, man, they're all over the place here, man. This is a very well organised team. There's not much I can do here. Because I'm just not good enough to overcome this. I've actually dropped that for. I do have no ed at the end, but I've got a feeling this team will totally go for no ed, so that might help me get a kill. But I'm getting completely and utterly slaughtered here because I'm just not very good. It's killer. And I'm not using Frenzy because, quite frankly, I'm not going for that one. So they're definitely going for that one up there, I would say. She's deliberately doing that to get my attention. This is basically a group of friends playing together. I'm going to give that one up over there and I'm just going to focus on these three. See, look at that, he's way off already. I think he's got sprint burst. Which is a Pedicure showed with Meg, I think. Now they're on that one. There's really not a lot I can do. They're probably going to brag about this as well in the chat afterwards as well. Because pro teams like that do that. Doesn't seem like they're focusing on that one. See, look at that. She's actually trying to get my attention. Because she wants to loop me and get me away from checking the gens. Which is exactly what a team should do, but I'm not falling for it. She's working this gen, basically, and they were working that gen there. Now they're going to go back and forth here, and they're going to kill there, but they two are going to basically heal. He's probably back on this gen already. Yep. See? Back on the gen already. They only need one gen. Do you go through there? See, they're deliberately doing that up there, basically. That's what teams there. I think that's a bit crappy, actually. They know I get an alerts, basically, for that. So they're deliberately doing that to try and get my attention. To try and draw me away. I see them up here. And there we go. I'll be glad to get this friggin' match over with, to be honest. Glad I got her before the... There, because I do have no head. So I might be able to get someone here. Wait, she died. She's gonna basically... Look, man, she's gonna go for the exit. And now I'm gonna slug. Basically. We're gonna open up the exit the other side there. Oh Christ, I'm far away from my hook as well. Oh no, there's one over here. Yeah. We've opened the exit at the other side. But after all that crap with the Fimmy, I kinda feel like I should camp her. I don't like to do that. Quite frankly, I don't much care. I don't even remember where the exit. Oh, the exit's over there. Endgame, I kinda feel like all the rules go out the window about camping and slugging and stuff like that. Basically, tunneling is basically the same thing going there. Someone on that. She's on the second hook. Aye. The other two are going to get out. Yep, they're out. Basically. So I got 2 kills there, which is kind of a draw, but that was kind of poor. I got a really good pro team there. There's not much you can do against a team like that when they're looping so good. Curious to see what the perks were. They'll probably complain about no head in the comments as well. I managed to get 0. I didn't lose a rank on that, considering how badly I was doing at times on that as well. Much kind of please. Yes, sprint burst. You'll make it. Self-care, bond. Balance landing, spine chill, self-care, smash it. Balance landing, hope. This is not happening. Kindred. Aye, so anytime someone the hook. Kindred as well, quick and quiet, adrenaline, sprint burst. 2 of them had sprint burst, which made it impossible for me to catch them. And they were just very good at looping as well. They're not saying anything there. They're all on PC as well, so they kind of suggest to me that they're basically, what you call it, a team basically. So that was difficult for me to go against. I'll say GG, well played, even though I didn't appreciate the, what you call it, the deliberate attention seeking, as I call it. Basically with the alerts. I don't think that's very cool. I think that's equivalent to me camping. I did manage to get 2 4, and for me, when I get 2 survivors, that's a draw. And if I kill 3 or 4, that's a win. But if I get only one or don't get any kills, then that's basically a loss. But other players can see it in a way where if they get +1, that's a win. If they get 0, that's a draw. If they get -1, basically pip. It's -1 is a loss. A pip is this here. And I didn't lose any of that, my rank there. You see the little white things, I kind of hover over it there. I think I showed it in a video the last time as well, but that's what I'm talking about there. So I didn't lose anything, so to me that was a draw. But I did manage to kill 2 of them. Of course I used no head. And the only reason why I use no head is because I don't actually have anything else that is really good. Some people might. Like a dying survivor's aura when standing within 6 meter range deer stalker. That could help when I down people and I chase people off. Iron Maiden, Iron Grasp. I do like Iron Grasp actually. That means it makes it much tougher for them to get out, but for the most part I don't like. Fetcher's Fright, I don't really feel like that helped me a lot in that, to be honest. You know, there is a Mad Grip, Monster Shrine, Sloppy Butcher is something I should probably use with this actually. I think about it. Yeah, Unrelenting. Yeah, Sloppy Butcher, that apparently when you hit it, you make them bleed, wounds inflicted by safe. It caused the mangle to hemorrhage statues so I was bleeding frequency. It's not going to help a lot. So let's go with that. Let's go with that. Infectious Fright. I think it's useful. There is something that increases material radius, which would actually help me Infectious Fright, I think. Yeah. Where is it? There is something. Perk. Where is it? Bit more cruel limits. Gordon's distressing. Your horrifying emanation strikes at supernatural long distance. Your terror radius is increased by 26%. Gain one of them there, aye. I'm going to put that on distressing and use that because I think that combined with infectious fright is going to really help. I'm keeping Noe because quite frankly against pro teams, which to be honest is who I'm probably going to get today. Yeah, so I would decrease that. I want to use up some of these perks as well. Eventually I will play Spirit as well. But for the moment, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop recording and then I'm going to pick up the recording again on the second match. But I'll talk a little bit about the match first. Teams like that, very good survivor teams, they're always going to have the advantage, basically, because you can't cover all four of them at the same time. And they were working really well together. You saw it, they were trying to lead me away. That did work in the first chase with the guy in the yellow top. I can't remember the character's name actually. Was that Felix? No, it wasn't Felix. Dwight? No, was it Dwight? I can't remember. I don't really pay attention to that stuff, but the guy in the yellow top, he was basically running me around for ages. And he had sprint burst to get away. Another one had sprint burst to get away as well. And he used that very well. They used their perks very well. Two of them had ballast landing as well, so they were able to. I think what they were trying to do was jump off and make me think I could get them because usually there's a delay. Basically, when a person jumps off from a high height, where they have to basically take the hit on, then move on. Basically from there, because what was going to be if you jump from a high height, yeah, there's a moment pause like oof, basically. So they have that in the game and then move off, but balance landing prevents that from happening. So I think that was what they were trying to do. I think they were jumping off basically over windows and basically hurdles and stuff like that they can jump over, so it would alert me. As well, they were doing everything, all the tricks possibly they can to try and distract me from covering the gens, which they did very well, and that put me in a tough position. I shouldn't have chased that guy earlier on, but the thing with that is, I kind of feel like jumping over the hurdles and deliberately trying to get kills' attention like that is a bit like me camping at a hook. But there is actually no rules against it, and some survival teams do that really well. Four of them were on PC, they were probably friends that were communicating in Discord, so it made it very hard. But I've got to admit, on that map, it's a small map, I kind of feel disappointed I didn't actually get all four, because I really feel like I should, but as I say, I'm not that good a killer to overcome a team like that. I'm not that good, sadly. So basically, I pretty much lost that game, even if I managed to get two in the end. There because of the no-ed. And I did camp that hook, but as it says, at the end game, once you get down to two survivors in end game, I believe camping, tunneling, and God, what is it called? I always forget that S word for downing people. Slugging. That's it. All the rules, basically there's rules within the players. You don't slug, you don't camp, you don't tunnel. Tunneling is basically when a player comes off the hook and you deliberately go after that player instead of the player that took them off the hook. So you go for the injured player and not the non-injured player who took them down from the hook. Camping is basically what I did at the end of that match, was basically sitting around the hook, basically. But I was in the end game, so there. But if I did that with four survivors, that's wrong, I feel like, to do that. I don't feel like slugging is basically when you knock someone down and then you go after another killer, another survivor and knock him down. Basically, you're meant to knock someone down, hook them. That's basically the game. But there's certain situations I feel like, in my own personal opinion, which these, as I say, this is my own personal opinion. This isn't a thing like you have to do. It's not an official game rule. This is just me, something I do because I think it makes it more fun for the survivors I'm playing with, basically. And it makes it more fun for me as well, because I don't like slugging. I don't like doing all that, because I know how I feel when someone does it to me. I had someone tunnel me badly yesterday with the Huntress, because I felt awful. The game was pretty much pointless to me, and I lost a pit because of the person tunneling me so bad. They would literally come back to the hook every single time, and just go straight for me even before someone else was there. Someone else even ran in front of them as well to try and get their attention, and they just ignored them and went straight for me. That's tunneling. That's really bad tunneling. I don't do that at all. I don't camp at hooks, but sometimes it may seem like I'm tunneling because I do check gens and sometimes I tend to find the same people at the gens. And recently I did have an obsession challenge as well, which meant I had to sort of tunnel the obsession and hook the obsession. But I did try and let the obsessions out of the game actually and being there and let them leave. Basically I did that with one person. Another person, well, they didn't take the hint. Basically, so that's the player rules. I don't do that, but when it comes to end game, I feel like, yeah, the rules are out the window because you want to try to get as many kills as you can, and that's why I kind of feel like no ed is acceptable to use. It's a perk in the game, it should be usable, it shouldn't be complained about there as well, but at the same time, tunneling, camping, and slugging are not official rules in the game. You do get penalised if you stay around the hooks. There you do lose some points basically, and like hook basically. If you stay around the hooks, you do see that. So there is something in the game. I don't think it's severe enough. I think it needs to be increased by about 4 times the amount. I think there to really put people off camping. But you'll see a lot of killers in survivor matches who will move away from the hook and just sort of circle way around, circle around the hook. I don't do that. As you see, I don't use Frenzy for Legion as well. I play Killer different from everyone else. I just play my own thing, I have fun. And that's what I do. I think I've caught you up on everything else. It seems to be taking a bit of time here to get a match, which usually can do with Killer, sadly. Because you're actually waiting for 4 people to get together and join them. Unlike Survivor, you're actually one of 4 people, or one of 5 people I should say. I'm waiting for 4 other people right now. Instead of Survivor where I'm one of 5 other people. I think that makes sense. Anyway, I'm going to pause this right now, and this will be part 1 of the video, and then I'll record part 2. I will say I am planning to play Spirit as well today, but sadly I don't really have the perks that I really wanted to use Spirit, but I will show you that. Spirit's the reason why I bought this game. I saw a friend Cora playing the game. She was going up against the Spirit Killer, and I just thought she looked awesome. I really like the Spirit character. She's great. That's probably going to be my main killer, to be honest. There, because I just love the Spirit. I love using it. I love it. It's scaring. Oh, we got a match. Yay. That's good timing. Maybe I won't need to pause. Maybe I can just keep talking and rambling. Got one flashlight user here. These circles means it's a console player. Basically, which means I can't. Well, they disappeared. That's interesting. We've got a flashlight user here, which means I need to be careful when they are. We've only got the 2 players at the moment, for this down here is my Penn. 46 ms, 48 ms. Sometimes I feel like, oh, the build disappeared as well now. Okay, I think I'm ready to go now. Yeah, I've still got my time, detection range. Okay, let's see. So we're using distressing because I think along may affect just right, that will help. No ed gave me a little chance at the end if I come up against a really good survival team. Discordance let me know 2 gens. Oh, the other person disappeared as well. Okay, so everyone that was first came in there is now gone. Are we going to get a 4th here? Are we getting a match? I don't know what's going on here. I might cut some of this out. I don't know. I'm not going to cut any of this out because I did talk about a lot of the stuff with the killer. And we've got a 4th. We've got a Jake, a Dwight, a Kate, and a Bill. Bill is from Left 4 Dead 2. I don't actually know where Jake and Dwight's from. Kate Denson, I think, is the original character, because she came in with the clown killer. Usually when they reset basically a downloadable content for this, they release killer and survivors. Sometimes it can be more than one survivor, like the upcoming Resident Evil update, basically, which has made me very, you're going, oh no, you went back to the, you didn't actually, you just went over to Bill. So we have 2 flashlight users and 2 other players. So I got a feeling I might have another pro survivor team, which is just absolutely brilliant because I was kind of hoping not to get pro survivor teams today when I'm recording. It would be much more fun for me. Like yesterday I had some really good survivor teams. I had some 4 kills yesterday as well. Too, but it really depends on the survivor team, and that's the name of the game. If a survivor team really plays well, it's tough for any killer. It doesn't matter how good the killer is. Killers are going to struggle against any really good survivor team that's as organised as the first one that I showed you. So I guess I'm glad you saw that, because you can see our team is really organised well there, and basically during the week I tend to find most of them. Basically, I think it might be streamers or people that record for YouTube or stuff like that, maybe. Or work endeavour, possibly. I don't really know. But it's weird, during the week you seem to get them a lot more. Oh, for yesterday I didn't seem to get a lot, yesterday. Let's hope they're not as organised as we think. When I see flashlight users, that makes me think this could be a pro team. When I get flashlight users, this means whenever I go to break a pallet, I'm going to be flashlight, which is kind of a pointless thing to do, but I think when a survivor does that, they're actually testing out to see how good the killer is, because I can't see them, the person. Asylum. Not sure. I should really use Frenzy and show you that, but I'm going to assume they're over at that gen over there, so I'm going to use Frenzy to go over. Basically, I can one hit them and injure them right now. But it only goes for so long. The horse is just always sitting there injured. That's what I do with the Spirit. I'm someone that likes to cover the gens pretty quickly. And Spirit is someone who can cover gens without being seen. Oh, I see someone over there. He's crouching down. I don't know why. It's like, thank you, I wanted that. That's one less pallet to worry about now. What did you go for? What the hell? We have explosions, explosions, explosions. She's a looper. Yep, there we go. She went, yep, we've got another pro team here. We are going to lose bad. I'm not going for you. And now you're trying to get my attention with a flashlight. And now you're... Oh, look at that. See? Toxic people. This type of survivor play I think is ridiculous. I do think that. I think what they're trying to do is detect how good I am at following. And now he's basically covering. There. See, they're looking around and getting me a gen. This type of thing, I'm just not good enough to overcome that type of play. Can't do much about that. I don't mind survivors working well together, but I feel like flashlighting people at a gen, at a pallet, is just toxic. I really feel like that. At the moment, I'm just protecting my ranks right now. I'm not engaging in the chases. I'm just going to keep going around the gens, and I'm just going to try and frustrate them as much as possible, really. That gen's not being worked on. See, he's just walking around there. There, basically, he's got sprint burst, I bet you. And he's teabagging as well. Yep, sprint burst. I don't know how to overcome a team like this. I'm just not that good at overcoming a team like this. See, got ballast landed. I did that really nice. He went out the window. The thing is, at some point I'm going to have to... Basically, the thing is, I'm probably going to get flashlight here. There's going to be someone around with a flashlight, I bet you. No, they're not. Yep, he's flat. He's basically trying to turn me around. You heard that? Behind me. See, I'm going to start tunneling now. Fuck them. I'm going to tunnel them. I don't like playing like this, but I feel like they're taking the piss. I just picked him right off it. There's not anyone around the pallet, is there? I'm not going to make this hook. Oh, that's the only thing. I feel like they're trying to take the piss, basically. She's going after that hook now. I have no choice but to tunnel here. I fucked your ass up, didn't I? Where the fuck is a hook? There's one there. I'm going quiet here. I don't care about the gens. I don't care if she flashlights me as well. Where'd she go? Aye, he's teabagging up there as well. Fuck him. Ha, knew that was coming. He's basically a teabagger. He's going through that window. I'm not caring about the gens. Right now. This is exactly what they're doing. They're basically trying to keep me busy long enough to do that, and it's working because they're being completely and utterly toxic. I hate teams like this. I think teams like this ruin the game. They're probably a bunch of spoiled little brats who should be in school. Huh. That's there. I've played with people that do this. Oh, he's right there. There isn't a hook anywhere near here, because I used it the last time. So I don't think I'll make it to this hook. Oh, whoa. I'm going to move away here, and then I'm going to come back. Basically, I'm going to camp and be toxic like them. Because that's what they're doing to me. Yep, he's dead. That's what happens when you're being toxic. I'll start being toxic back to you. I see her going to that gen over there. Yep, she's there. Looks to drop the pallet down. Ha! Sucking the eggs! She's over there at that gen. She's gonna get a bit of a shock right now, folk. Where are you? 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 There you are. No head, bitch. I don't like playing like this. I really, really don't. But basically, they were being toxic, and you all saw that in the video. They were basically there. They were teabagging and deliberately trying to get my attention. And the only way I could win was to break the rules. And I managed to get the 4 kill. I'm actually kind of proud about that because you saw the way they were playing. Usually, I wouldn't play like that, and I prefer it to be more fun style, basically, where I don't slug, I don't camp and stuff like that. And I don't even mind if they get out because basically I can still get a +1 pip without actually basically doing that. We're playing this way here, but they're probably going to go off in the chat here. But I'll just tell them, ruthless killer. Ha! I got a ruthless killer. Holy crap, I actually got a ruthless killer. And +2 pips. No, +1. Ruthless, aye, merciless killers +2. Are they going to say anything? Say to them, just in case you can't read that, next time less teabagging and clicking flashlights and maybe the killer won't camp and tunnel you. I'll freely admit it that I camped and tunneled them. But there are teams like that that do that annoy me. I don't see the point of doing it. Basically, when you flashlight someone at the barrack in a pallet, your scratch marks are going to lead you right to you. So there's not really any point in doing it, except testing to see if the killer's actually very good at you, basically, tracking scratch marks, because that can be important information for Survivor. If you can lose the killer after doing that, then that suggests they're not going to be very good at chasing scratch marks. So that allows you to basically use that information to hide and basically get the 5 gens done in one, basically. Information is key. You want to try and find out as much information as possible. And clearly, they were doing it, but they were doing that to be toxic. They were also deliberately trying to get my attention by jumping over things, and they're like the other team as well. So that was a pro team. So the only thing I can do against a pro team was to tunnel. As soon as I get one person out, that increased my chances. But to be honest, even for I won that match, I don't see it as a win because I don't like playing like that. I feel a bit vindicated in a way, especially with the woman that basically dropped the pallet, and I faked going around one side and she get dropped around the other side, and I managed to catch her off the pallet. I also happy as well because the guy in the yellow basically grabbed him basically in one full swoop as well at one point. I'm kind of a bit surprised he let me hit me in a hook and he died in second hook. I don't know if he gave up. I don't know what that was about. But I don't know if he was just mad because I tunneled the first person, basically. Because it was the first person I tunneled, it wasn't his fault, basically. Yeah, it was the guy in the bright clothes and that had the flashlight. Basically, the 2 flashlight players, they were the ones that were being toxic. But as far as I care, if you're toxic in a team, then that applies to the whole team, because afterwards it is the one killer against the 4 survivors. So if you're being toxic as a survivor, that could be taken out on any of the other survivors. And that's what I always do. Anytime people have been toxic to me in the past and teabagged, I've always gone to the other survivors and tunneled them and camped them, basically. And sent a message to that person. And that is what's going to happen if you come across me, basically. And I think that's what a killer should do. There is some people there, I still feel bad. And I still feel like shouldn't have done that. But I was kind of put in a position really where I felt like I had to, because they were just constantly doing it, basically. But not as soon as I started doing that, when I started tunneling that person, you notice the guy in the yellow top, he basically just stood there. He let me hit me when he let me hit him my second time, the guy in the yellow and the jester pants. Then he died on second hook as well. So, and he died pretty quickly on the second hook too when I was like camming as well. So it was like, I think he knew the person, I don't know if it was a male or female behind the control or I don't know who they were, obviously, but basically in the male, it sort of suggested that they gave up. And I wonder if maybe they knew basically why I started doing it, because it was a reaction to the teabagging there. Because you saw I was chasing one person and he was teabagging me as well. So that kind of thing, that's just rude. I'm not going to deal with that. I'm going to start being toxic back to you when you do that. Anyway, I'm going to do one more match. But while I'm looking for the match, I'm going to pause this for a moment. Also, my door's open behind me for a change because I'm actually waiting for an Amazon package. Can't remember if I said that at the start or not. But I bought the Resident Evil films because the new Resident Evil downloadable content is coming to this game. It made me think of the movies. I love the movies. Basically, it has a bad reputation between the players of the Resident Evil games, which I don't really understand why. Now, folks, we're back with match 3. I'm starting it just a bit before it was loading here. We've got 4 players here. We've got 1 flashlight PC player. I think I might actually have one of our pro team here, which will be the 3rd in a row. Like, pro teams are out in force today. Maybe, I don't know. This is basically what points the players are put in. Them, not really information there. If anyone, I do want to sort of apologise for the last match. I did say no head bitch. But we all know that games can make you a little angry, a little annoyed and a little bit toxic, and especially multiplayer games with people in them. That's what happened in the last game, they made me mad. So, I don't like playing that way for. The first pro team, it's actually, the first 2 matches are actually pretty interesting. The first pro team weren't that bad. There was a little bit of a jump in trying to distract me there, but no, that I don't mind so much. But the teabagging and the second match and the constant flashlights of the pallets, that I have a problem with. I don't. To me, that's deliberately trying to make me mad, so I keep following them. It's tactics, and to me, if you're having to do that, I don't think you're really that good a player. I don't mind some people flashlighting their pallets because they're testing out to see how good the killer is. Because if a killer loses you there, like I said, but that plus the teabagging altogether, you're just being toxic. You like, and just being trying to make a killer mad so they follow you all the time. I don't like that type of gameplay. You do that to me, I tend to be toxic back. This is a tough map. Oh, we've got. I'm going to use Frenzy. I don't play Legion as well as other people. Like other people, because I'm not actually very good at using Frenzy. Okay, where did they go? Found a survivor when I lost them really quickly there. Did they go off this way? The red scratches went that way. I didn't actually see them. Well, that's my gnome fin and my. Yeah. I didn't actually see where they went. Did they go over to that one, I think? They're too busy talking. Oh, there they are. Why are you just walking? Speed burst? There's someone else over there as well. She wants to drop that pallet on me. Yep, see? That I don't understand. This might be basically trying to see if I'm very good at moving here, but she's going to try and switch over with that person. Now, is there anyone else that's got a flashlight around here? She was the only person I saw with a flashlight, and now she's trying to basically do what with the running around and stuff like that. I don't know. She's trying to basically block it. The hook, basically. I don't understand there why they're doing that. That doesn't really make much sense to me. I don't like that. Works a lot. Okay, I don't know where she went here. But basically lost me because I moved around. You know, I need to get back to checking gens. Here. I'm not going to camp this one. Here. I'm a little concerned that this is a pro team that are going to be trying to distract me with constantly flashlighting me. Seeing that she was the only person with a flashlight. Oh, I hear that one. Someone's on there, or was on there. Basically ran off. Where did it go for? I don't see them. Oh, they ran off that way. Has she been taken down from the hook yet? I haven't actually taken her down from the hook yet, that's odd. Oh, there we go. Took me a while to get that done. I don't care about the generator downstairs, I'm going to leave that one. I'm just going to keep covering the gens. Pick and choose my chases. I'm not going to be able to kill all 4, I think. Crotus, I didn't really want to tunnel her, but she seems to want my attention, though, which is weird. This is her second hook. This is odd. I'm not actually meaning to tunnel her, I went to the gen and I found her there. But I saw her going in and, oh, I did see her going in to the hut and I was actually going to leave her, but, or to damage that. Yeah, that gen down there is, I was happy with giving that one up. Oh, hello. Where are you going? Wow, she died. Holy shit. Wow. I'm absolutely stunned by that. So these 4 not actually working together. You're gonna drop the pallet. Go ahead and drop it. Thank you. Why are you teabagging now? Didn't really make sense. It's just sort of... she went that way. And went up there. And over here. Where the fuck did she go? Not quite sure what to make of that. We've only got 2 gens left to do, actually. I'm kind of thrown a little bit here. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little thrown by that. And I'm not getting the person in hook, because she had originally the first person going around. That's her first hook, I think. It looked like she was pointing at something. There's another one. It just went this way. Did she want me to see her? Oh. Did she drop down here? She did. Where did she go after that? Did she go into the basement? No, she went around this way, I think. Yeah. Why is she injured as well? Confused. 1 + 1 + 3 disappeared. I'm confused a little bit here where they're playing. If they're trying to confuse me, they're doing a very good job of that right now, to be honest. 2 of them are on this gen. Claudette, I'm going to chase you for a while. I'll go after you. Where did you go? I'm not going to turn all of them. I'm just going to keep going for her. That person with the flashlight is out, and I'm starting to think they weren't actually playing together, to be honest, so... I don't think they're actually working together, to be honest. I'm not entirely sure. You can never really be 100% sure about that, but I just want to play my normal game now and have fun and show you that side of it, basically. They have spread these gens out quite a lot. That gen downstairs is still available as well, which is kind of annoying. I was kind of hoping they would go for that one. But it is kind of easy for me to check these free gens. What's that? Oh. I heard the chest there. Go ahead and drop that, thank you. Didn't teabag that time. Go to teabag anyway. I'm not gonna dare, I'm gonna go for her. Basically, because I don't want to tunnel. Wait, what the hell are you doing? She's obviously trying to duck down and basically lose me, but it didn't really go well. Seems to be a popular hook, this. You definitely seem interested in getting this gen. Need to keep on that. They're fully healed too, and yeah. I don't really keep track of hooks, by the way. Just in case you're wondering, there is other people who keep track of hooks. We can maybe cut through here and maybe nab one of them. We know the Kate's on a second hook. Someone went through a window over there. I knew the Kate was back there and I could get the third hook and another player out, but I don't really... Oh, hi! Didn't actually think that would work as well. I thought you would cut back. There's someone across there as well. I don't understand what happened with the 1+1+3 player. I don't really understand that. That's still... She's still injured. Oh, hi. To be honest, if I can get her hooked, I think it's her second hook. Oh, nice, nicely done. Nice one. Well done, Claudette. I'm eventually going to get you, I think. She juked me again. But now I know you're actually pretty good at that, I'm going to look for it. Guess you flew when you went down. Yeah, there's a hook right there as well, that's handy. So far we're getting a good example of the game. We had two I see you across here. Oh, you're going to put that pallet down, okay. You're on death hook, so I wouldn't really... You're not going to take her down in front of me, are you? Really? Why would you do that? Oh, that was nice. You seem determined to do that, but it's not worked for you so far. You confused me the first time with it. But you're now dead. I did chase her who took down the person on the hook, so you know. She's dead. That's two, so I'm feeling pretty good about getting 4 here, but honestly, I'm not overly fussed about getting 4. But I had players yesterday who I tried to let out and they wouldn't take the hint. One actually disconnected on me, so I'm not going to do that. Oh, hello, I see you. Why is she teabagging up there? I don't understand the way this team's playing. It's weird. I really don't understand. I don't think I'm going to make it to this hill, to be honest. I lie on grasp, so I'm not too sure I'm going to make this. I didn't make it. Is she on death hook as well now? The other person might know where Hatch is. May escape. That might be what's going on here, maybe. I have no idea where Hatch would be, to be honest. As far as I care, I've still got the win right now. I've got 3 of them. More of a chill team, really, this. I have no idea where hatch would be. That's probably what they're looking for. They might get it. They definitely get it. Sometimes that happens. I think it'll be downstairs, to be honest. I think maybe. She's been down here looking for it. Yeah, she got hatch. Okay. That's fine. The scratch marks at the end of the clue, she went down there looking for it and found it. Christ, I got 39.7 on that match. Is that because of boosts? I got 19.8. I don't really want to say well played because, to be honest, I don't think that was well played. I'm a little confused by the 1+1+3. Rank 6 with 3 there. I don't really understand what they were doing. But that was kind of the positive side of the match. Did I get a pip on that? I got +1 pip and I'm now ranked 14. Anyway, that's going to be the end of the Legion video. At the moment, I'm going to switch over to Spirit and show that in a video. I think I might take a break for a little while first before doing that, recording that one. But I think the 3 videos actually give you a really good example of the killer perspective, as it turned out. Because the very first one was basically, we had 2 pro teams and we had a third team that wasn't really a pro team. They were a casual team, I guess you would call it. Although I don't really want to put every player on that because there was a rank 6 in that team. So the first pro team was actually a really good pro team. They weren't being overly toxic. There was a little bit of distracting tactics, basically, of deliberately giving me alert by jumping over off buildings and stuff like that to give me alert, or jumping over stuff and stuff like that as well. But I'm not overly a fan of that tactic, but I don't really see anything wrong with it on its own. But in the second team, pro team, well, that's the opposite side of the coin of pro teams. You can get pro teams that are basically toxic. And that's what we saw in the second one. We had the Jester close, we had the Bright close, we had the flashlights and the pallets constantly, we had them basically clicking flashlights behind me when I was hooking. Someone I think they were trying to turn me around. They're all distracting tactics basically, but I kind of feel like it's toxic. But in a way, it's not actually anything. It's not actually against the rules of the game. It's official rules of the game. But to me, when you do that, you invite basically a killer to basically camp and be toxic as well. And that's what I did. I started camping, I started tunneling, and I brought that out of me. I don't like to do that style of play, but quite frankly, if you're going to teabag and you're going to use the flashlights constantly, pallets like that, and especially teabag, especially when you teabag when I'm chasing someone as well, when I'm just going to start being toxic to the whole team, basically, and I'm going to go all out for the 4 kill, or basically try and make sure I kill as many people as possible. Everything in that second match kind of worked out really well. I still don't understand why the second guy, the guy in the jester pants and the yellow top, he let me hit him the second time around. Was it like an apology or something? I don't really know. I think maybe he understood what happened after the first one. I'm still not sure about that. I'm still focused on that match because I don't really understand why he gave up. Also in the third match, I don't really understand why the 1+1=3 player, why they just, no one went to the hook to very late the first time around, and no one went to them the second time around as well. So I don't know if maybe it was actually 3 people were playing together, or they weren't playing together, or it just happened to be 4 PC users and none of them were playing together, but the other 3 knew exactly what they were doing with the flashlight and stuff like that and decided not to help them. Second time around, I don't really know. I thought the third match, it was kind of the opposite of the second match. The third match is how I want to play all the time. I don't want to tunnel, basically. So when, like, the kid actually took the player down from the hook, she probably knew, the player behind it knew that I wasn't going to go for the Claudette. I think it was the Claudette, it was in the hook. And there we go for them. So I went for them. The Claudette even paused for a second as well. Like the player behind there was like, what the hell? He just took me down in front of them. But I went for the Kate Denson, and that's to me is how you should play as killer. I don't mind players coming back to the hook, but you don't go for the person who's just been on hooks. You go for the person that's took them off the hook. After that, that's what I think you should do. And I showed that in the third match. The second match, I basically had toxic players, so I went after them. I'm not going to stop talking about that, because to be honest, I'm kind of proud of that second match. Even though I don't like being toxic, I'm kind of proud of what I actually got off 4 of them, because, and I'm very much proud I was able to grab the Jester Pants guy. From now on, that's what I'm going to call him, the Jester Pants guy. Or Jester Pants player, or something like that. Yeah, it's a Jester. Jester Panner. Jester Panner. Yeah. But you can let me know what you think in the comments yourself about the players and see what you think of them. What would you do in that situation? Do you think I was right for tunneling them? It's definitely a hot topic in the game, tunneling, camping and slugging as well. Slugging, the only time I agree with doing that is if a player is near you, because they could potentially be trying to flash away, because even if players don't come in with flash away, they can get a flash away out of your chest. So I do tend to I'll slug if the person's injured that's near me, because there's possibly they could be trying to block me from getting to the hook, they could be trying to flashlight me, or they could flash ban me. There is flash bans in the game now, which basically is like kind of like a, I don't know if it's like a firework or something like that. I've not actually seen it being used. I don't know if it's actually in the game right now. Aye, it is in the game actually. I've actually got flashlights before. I've never used them because I'm not a fan of them. But anyway, that's Legion. As you can see with Legion, I don't use Frenzy. I play Legion completely different. I do like Legion's duking speed, where I can move around one side. When a person's at a pallet, as you saw, I did that in the second match. I can basically fake it going around one way and then fake back around. Legion is very smooth at moving around doing that at the duking, so I like using Legion for that. But the Frenzy, I don't like using it because I'm not very good at the hitting people with them, basically. I do tend to there. As soon as I miss, that's it, frenzy over, and I'm basically doubled over. As you saw when I miss an attack, basically I double over, basically, and there's a delay that I have to wait until before I can resume the chase, and that's enough time for the survivor to get away. So, yeah, basically there. Also perks wise as well. I did actually see, I think the session where Fetch's Fright works really well. No Ed is good for like toxic players at the end as well. I didn't actually need it in the third game. Needed it in the first game to get 2 kills there and get to there, because as I've said, in my mind basically when I'm playing, if 2 kills means a draw basically, 3 or plus kills means a win for me. Anything less than 2 kills is a loss. That's kind of how I play. But at the end of the day, you have the full back of the pips. So if you get +1 pips, you can actually get off 4 survivors leaving and get +1 pips and still have a really good match. I'm actually perfectly happy with that result as well. So I play it killer differently from other people maybe, or the same, I don't really know. If you play the same way or do it a different way, let me know in the comments. I would be more than happy to read it and see how other players play. I've seen some people play Legion, and some people are a lot better with Frenzy than I am, clearly. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, like this video, I hope you did. I think I definitely had 3 very good examples of killers on there. We had a good pro team, we had a toxic pro team, and we had a team that weren't really working well together. And that's kind of the 3 different things that you get in survivor groups. Basically, it shows the example of a survivor team works really well, like they did in the Backwater swamp. It makes it supremely tough, especially for a killer like me who's not that great. Yeah, I'm more chilled basically killer, I think. I feel like I'm not like a pro killer. You know, I think it's survivor main basically. And we had the third one example as well. So if you like the video, like the video. If you want to subscribe for more content like this in future, then please do so. And until next time, you take care.